We'll go through some definition at the beginning just to have a common sense of discussion, and later on I will show you how we can go to the cloud with products from the easiest way to the longest way and more complicated. And first of all, because during first presentation, if you were also, what is the cloud? So cloud is not virtualization. Virtualization is a foundation for the cloud. If we would like to speak about cloud, we have to have, in addition, standardized services which we give to the customer, internal or external, of course. But also flexibility, standardization of the product, pay-as-you-go model, and also what is important, automatization. That means that not IT is involved in any processes of provisioning or deprovisioning systems. But why we are choosing cloud? Because this is the good question. Why should I choose cloud? Why? Because this is the modern thing. Because everybody are doing? No, there are. I have chosen some, let's say, performance indicators in which we can focus, and in the area of virtualization, standardization, and automatization, implementing cloud, especially in private environment, we have visible effects. I can give you one example. For example, concerning time, let's say. We had services project in one of telecommunication providers in Poland, and we asked them, okay, we need some infrastructure. Do we need to come with our infrastructure, or you will provide? And of course, like probably majority of the customers said, don't worry, we provide you infrastructure which you need. So we gave them specification and how much time they needed for infrastructure? 2.5 months. Because procurement came, because somebody has to approve it. Time, as you see, is very long. In the cloud environment, these are minutes. Concerning, you are also probably curious. Because everybody is speaking that cloud should give economical results. That also should be visible from economical perspective. And I will give you good example of such approach. That means one of the customer in Poland, not so far away, we implemented a cloud environment for private infrastructure for them. And these are results which they are giving. These are not marketing results, that are their real achievement on implementing cloud. In first year, these are almost $100,000. And you can see that this money which they spare, not use it, are coming from purchase, from data center administration, data center space, and energy. So every element of this which we are considering as a IT department are covered by cloud and giving really results in implementing. Let's come to the first product. This is IBM System Director VM Control, and I would say that this is something like foundation for next discussion. Why? This is a product which gives you heterogeneous possibility of management of your full IT infrastructure, independent on platform of storage, of platform of service, of servers, and also networking. Independent of producers also. And what is interesting, Systems Director VM Control in the basic edition is free of charge, shipped with our Intel server boxes, so you can have. And why is value added for IT? Because normally, probably, you can disagree, of course, with me. Normally, you have administrator for servers and probably for Intel, maybe for power. Second, administrator for storage, and third, for example, for networking. And to make it more complicated, each of them using different systems to administer this, probably. Am I right? So we don't see full scope of IT in our data center. System Director VM Control gives you this possibility, and this VM Control option, which is added to this software, manages virtual objects in your IT. Doesn't matter if it comes from Power VM, from VMware, for KVM. But this is good solution for IT specialists. This is good foundation. IT can manage it easily and see results. But it's not. It's shipped in free versions. As I told, Express Edition is free of charge, delivered with our services, and you can easily find that gives basic features. That means monitoring. But if we go to the enterprise version, you can see that we can speak about some elements which are characteristics also for cloud, like provisioning and deprovisioning, and automated workload management. But this is only foundation. This is good for IT. How we can go very fast to the cloud? We have very simple projects, Smart Cloud Entry, and again, independent of the hardware, Power, Intel, independent on the virtualizator, Power VM, KVM, vSphere. Very easy to implement. I will tell you that if you have vSphere and VMware environment on your data center, it's not necessary more than 2 days to install this and use it. What is it exactly? It gives basic functionality for cloud. Provisioning, deprovisioning, managing users, managing basic billing. This is product good for private cloud, what we are focusing currently now because public is less popular because of security, as my colleague said, and other things. And once again, functionality, what I'm rising up against this is heterogeneous. Doesn't matter what power, what server solution, what storage, and what virtualizator. So you don't close at the beginning of the one producer of each of these elements. This is typical view of front end to the customer, as you see. Those enough natural and easy to use portal with self-described icons to click on and go. And on the right side, each user has status of their provisioning, deprovisioning, and other objects which they are using. And how is positioned this product? Smart Cloud Entry. This is basic product from IBM for cloud. Very easy to install. As I told, quantify it. Maximum 2 days on VMware. Also from money perspective, this is also very easy to predict costs because this is not more than $1,800 per server. Doesn't matter how many virtual machines you have, doesn't matter how many RAM you have, and doesn't matter how many users you have. What is very interesting and different to approach of another vendors. We have also another product, Smart Cloud Provisioning, which is based on built for very aggressive and mass provisioning and deprovisioning. History of this product comes from China. As China, they have small problems. They came to us and said, we have small problem because we need to provision very fast, hundreds, thousands of virtual machines, like in China. So we developed such product from this perspective, and really hundreds of virtual machines you can provision the system in minutes. What is differentiator? It has also very advanced functionality of management of library of the standardized objects, that means versions and all updates. As next product for infrastructure as a service, and the last one is, this is IBM Service Delivery Manager, which is fully configurable, fully open for other solutions, can be used for private as for public cloud, and has full possibilities to configure with other system, of which I will give you some information in a few minutes. We have also something for platform as a service, which is IBM Workload Deployer, which manages not only server base and in hardware infrastructure, but also goes upper. That means automatically manages full stack, including middleware. You have functionality to compare. As I understand, everybody will have this presentation, so you can go through this. But you can only look in this moment for the smart cloud entry. This is the basic product. When you see that even in this moment, you have significant functionality of this. But okay, everybody speaking cloud. But how much cost? How can look like this cloud? We prepared two examples. First is based on this, we call it this mini cloud box, and it's based on this, let's say, Chinese product, smart cloud provisioning, dedicated for mass provisioning of the servers. And the example for 100 virtual machines, full stack for greenfield solution, including hardware, including networking, and necessary licenses. Again, 4 days installation. Price is something between $50,000–$60,000. So this is something what is quantifiable. You can say, okay, this is cloud, and I know how much time do I need for implementation and how much budget do I need. Next example is the CloudBox MIDI, which covers the most sophisticated software for cloud from our perspective. And also for 100 virtual machines, we have installation of necessary hardware licenses, IBM Service Delivery Manager. Again, we are speaking about 8 days of basic installation and going into motion. And price, again, is roughly $100,000. We can start cloud from this perspective. But please take into consideration that we are showing greenfield. That means that example of the cloud when based on the assumption that somebody doesn't have hardware. If you have own hardware, of course, this price is going down and implementation is faster. But everybody is speaking that cloud is standard, means standardization. That's true. This is standardization of services, but it's not standardization of the approach to your issues and how cloud should be implemented in your environment. That means we are proposing to you that we can go with you with 6 steps road. Very simple. First step roadmap, that means we are sitting together and discussing what is important for you, what are priorities, what would you like to achieve, and what services would you like to have in the cloud and why. For this, we are preparing reference architecture. And in next step, we are making something like inventorization. What do you have from hardware? What do you have from application services? And also we are analyzing if every applications which you have currently are ready to go to the cloud. We can, for example, imagine that if somebody has very old applications still working, built on RPG, it's rather difficult to move this application to the cloud, but other, why not? But this is from, let's say, architecture point of view, what is good to cloud and how we can go. But let's agree of key performance indicators, how we can measure success by implementing of the cloud. And finally, we can build ROI. And after this, CFO or management board can say, yes, this is acceptable, I like it, or not, it's not acceptable. Normally, we can show ROI very easy, and as you saw an example of one of our customers in Poland, this is really something materialized even in first year. And of course, after this, we are starting implementation. What is in this big infrastructure of the cloud? We have, of course, active energy management. That means not only passive checking what energy level servers taking, but also we can cap energy level. Of course, means that performance of servers goes down. But in some environments, in the big data centers, it's important that we cannot go above such clip level of energy, because cost of energy will rise dramatically, for example. We have virtualization of management of virtualization. We have high availability, of course, because we are speaking about a cloud on which are very important applications. We have monitoring of full hardware infrastructure and virtual objects, and also users. And information from this, that means what is used by whom and how long, is passed to the usage and accounting management module, which will prepare invoice. And of course, this usage and accounting management module takes information from another systems outside this scope. For example, from proprietary systems, from ERP, when you have amortization, when you have cost of energy, when you have cost of administration, and based on this, we can build invoices to the customer. And of course, the major part of this solution, this is Tivoli Service Automation Manager, which is nothing else like portal with workflow giving automation to the end user. And this is an example. These are good products also from the perspective of easiness of usage, with graphical show of, for example, usage of our infrastructure of users, or also Tivoli monitoring showing what is going on with our infrastructure. This Tivoli monitoring has also very interesting ability not only to show what is going on now, but also, let's say, predict what can happen in 2 months, and how to avoid shortages in our infrastructure if our business will grow up. And of course, the portal of end user portal. And you can see, very similar view of the basic product. So if you grow up from the smallest solution to the highest solution, the end user didn't see the big differentiation from his perspective. This is something Polish, but this means that ordering from the catalog. This is easy by using graphic mode. Measurement, billing for user resources. Also, you have graphical interfaces, which are also graphical reports which are prepared. And what I would like to summarize at the end, this means once again showing heterogeneous and consistent way to the cloud from IBM perspective. That means, of course, we can provide full scope of hardware, including servers, including storages, including networking. But independently of the hardware and producer of the hardware, independently of the virtualized level, we can provide you with a very easy product like Smart Cloud Enterprise, giving you very easy way to start the cloud. If it's not easy, if it's not enough, or you grow and you need additional functionalities, you can grow for this Smart Cloud Provisioning or ISDM, this IBM Service Delivery Manager. So the biggest solution, also good for service providers. But this is the way of growing in this direction. We have also this cloud box. That means that we can prepare for you a greenfield solution, full stack of the cloud, and also the newest solution from the IBM Pure Flex system, which consists of hardware, mixed servers, power, and Intel technology, including management module and storage as a ready foundation, with smart cloud entry as a ready foundation for the cloud. And thank you very much for the first part. If you have questions, I can answer this now or in a few minutes in the lobby. And if you wouldn't mind, I will go to the next part. Smart analytics system. This is my second job responsibility and also fascinating area of current, in addition to current situation. And why we are speaking about smart analytics and why it's needed. We are thinking if in data which coming every day. 15 petabytes new dates every day coming of new data. But what does it mean 15 petabytes? Is it long? Is it much? Not much? If we consider that 2 petabytes are all volumes in the US libraries of high schools, you can see that it's 7 times more. And to 2006, as I remember, every published and printed volumes in the world taken not more than 200 petabytes of data. So 15 petabytes per day, this is something what is awful from this perspective. Variety of the data. You have RFID, you have a smart metering in the energy, you have smartphones. So the channels, probably intelligent cars in the future, which inform not only you, but some organs, where you are, how fast you are going, is it something wrong with your car? And this is something velocity. That means in such number of data every day, and sources of data like mail, internet, intranet, data, different databases, majority of employees losing 50% even sometimes time to find proper information. So smart analytics is something to help people to find the important data. From the perspective of the business leaders, this is very interesting. 1/3, that means 1/3 leader has no information or doesn't believe to the information on which they have to make decision. Half of them saying even that they don't have information which they need in current situation. And from the IT perspective, if you see CIOs, 83% CIOs taking very seriously this area and saying this is something in strategic scope of view for them. It means smart analytic. 35 of CIOs in the world saying that they have to change smart analytics and adopt a new one and also use so-called pre-integrated solution. And why pre-integrated? I am sure that will come in a few minutes from my presentation. But also, we have, from one side, we have plenty of data. From another side, we have different data and different areas which we can address. That means complex analytics queries, typical analytics business. It's complicated queries but not no many. But on another side, we have operational queries and even transactional queries when each transaction should be shown in analytical reports, like for example in retail business. In our opinion, this complex analytics and OLTP, that means transactional approach, needs different solutions versus approach of another vendors who saying that one solution is good for everybody. But is it efficient to go to the work by lorry in the city? Rather not. Like also, it's not efficient to transfer your furniture by normal car. Yes. So, in our opinion, it's needed specialization, and because of this, we have NetEasa for smart analytics. We have smart analytics, for complex analytics queries, smart analytics for operational and OLTP. And we achieving very aggressive results compared to the competition. And you probably immediately asking me, where are these numbers coming from? These are average numbers from the projects in the world when we had opportunity to directly compare with competitors. Because if you are speaking about analytics business, I encourage you to make something like proof of concept. Don't speak with one vendor, compare 1-2 vendors. And the best way is to compare in your environment with your data and your business. In this moment, from such projects, we have data which we can compare with competitors, and our approach showed that this strategy is right, as you see. Faster, cheaper. So, IBM NetEasa for the true appliance and very easy to install for analytical approach, and for also integrated solution is called smart analytics solution for operational and transactional queries. We can speak also about accelerators, like for example for SAP HANA. Yes, this is something like accelerator. This is new trend to make a query in the RAM. That means in operational memory. This is what is faster. And also with SAP, we have certified solutions for SAP HANA as a hardware base. So from one side, simplicity, like NetEasa, and flexibility if we are speaking about totally configurable solution with products which we have. That means hardware, that means warehousing systems, and also with analytical solution, which I show you also later. Today we'll concentrate on these two areas. And typical approach, probably to the known for you for analytics, is quite complicated. We have to choose database. So from which vendor? Which database? Servers, storages. But this is not enough. We have to plan it. I/O speed, connections, optimization of this, and takes a lot of time. We are proposing instead of this a solution which is integrated, takes less effort, and in addition can give you more in analytics insight. So instead of plenty of boxes and implementing, we are proposing plug-in and go solution. So, true appliance NetEasa. NetEasa is full appliance. Models are starting from 1 terabyte to 1 petabyte. This is the main product of this solution. And especially for big, for example, telecommunication providers, we have also so-called high capacity, which is not for production, but rather for archive. But we can imagine that, especially for telecommunications, special companies from government can go and ask, for example, for billing on person X or Y for last 5 years, and they have to provide it. So they have also necessity for such data. What is NetEasa? NetEasa is full appliance with no relational database, no indexes, balanced hard CPUs and disks inside. Is not needed any administration for this database and balancing. Everything is balanced inside. And also, why so fast? Because in addition, they have very interesting piece before CPU. Because as I told you, this is not a relational database, so that doesn't have tables and indexes. So if you give query to database on ATEA, every data must be checked. And so why is so fast? Because at the beginning it has a module which deselects data which are for sure not for this query. In this moment to the CPU goes 10–20% of data from all database, and because of this is so effective. So this is solution which is purpose-built analytics engine, integrated database, server and storage, standardized interfaces. That means that then can work from ETL perspective from every sources of data, and also from another side can give data and work with analytical solution from different vendors, from SAS, from business objects, from Hyperion, and also from IBM and Microsoft. Low total cost of ownership because you don't have administration, you don't need to take care of database. Because of this we have speed 10 to 100 even faster than traditional systems for analytical solution. Very simple scalability, as I showed you to petascales, and high performance advanced analytics insight. So this is an additional trend. Make analytics inside data warehouse. So this is also appliance which works with SAS, with other vendors to make full analytics inside and give only results to the analytical system. Next, smart analytics system. What is it? This is also purpose-built solution, integrated, which consists of our hardware, different technologies, starting from Intel through Power to even mainframe. Integrated storage, powerful data warehouse, InfoSphere warehouse based on our database DB2, with Tivoli system automation, which makes balancing of this data warehouse through hardware, and also analytical solution like InfoSphere warehouse cubing services and data mining, cubing data mining, which are included. If you are speaking with another vendors, if you would like to have such functionalities, you have to pay in addition. And also we can propose Cognos as a business analytics, business intelligence solution. Everything is pre-integrated and checked in the factory, so services in addition are included. And what is important, one telephone to the vendor to build it, and also one telephone if something is wrong with all analytical environment in your data center. Therefore, we have solutions which are even 3 times faster than traditional, and you have up to 50% less floor in your data center, what is also connected with less energy, for example, and less administration. Of course, this is also important, very short time from the idea to make analytical solution to the real effects. From 6 months, we can shorten it from 6 months to 12, even to 12 days. So once again, we can provide analytical solution independent on the operational system, on CPU technology, and also give you possibility to use our business analytics solution like Cognos, probably you've heard, but also SPSS. And Cognos is analytical solution which gives you answers for what has happened, why has happened, and what is going on now. So you can dig and check it. SPSS is, let's say, next stage. Is saying not only what is happening now, but can say you what can happen tomorrow and why it happened tomorrow. And I can give you example of implementation of this solution, SPSS, and also business results, very interesting business results. This was implemented in New York Police Department, and of course, police has a habit that patrols going where policemen thought that should be. But when the system has been implemented, this system analyzed past, current situation, and what some algorithms which gives possibility what can happen because, for example, of some crashes, some matches, and other situations, and says to the patrol on which street should be on which hour. And the, let's say, business result of this implementation was that criminal factor were down of 15%. Interesting. This is the family of smart analytics. That means that balanced systems which are used for operational and transactional more analytics part. Intel technology 5710 and 5600, and also Power 5710 and 770 for more advanced customer, and even solution on mainframe for the biggest customers. So we have two products which are compact. And of course, value of this compact solution are that are very attractive pricing and easy installation. Of course, with limited upgrades, but you can see really in next slide if it's really limited from perspective of the business. And modular system class enterprise with unlimited upgrades, linear scalability, and this is really something what can provide data, for example, for the biggest providers. One of the solution 5600 has been implemented, for example, for Visa worldwide, which is looking also example of using operational analytics to check all transactions and find possible frauds. Smart Analytics 5710, this is this, as I told you, first example of the compact system based on Intel server, Linux inside, InfoSphere warehouse. Again, InfoSphere warehouse, that means database DB2, but also cubing services and text analytics, what is also important because, as you saw, sources of data are totally different in this time. In your room, this is only to you. All licensing is per server. As you see, there are very simple ordering and very simple configuring of this equipment based on your necessities, from 1.5 terabytes for small box through 3 terabytes middle and 13.2 terabytes of database for large. So we can grow actually from 1.5 terabyte to 13.2 terabytes. I am sure that in this part of the world, 13 terabytes is quite big database for majority of the customers and addresses the space. But you can, I can also ask you, okay, we have two in the room, licenses per server, full hardware and software scope, including Cognos, that means business intelligence analytics solution licenses, and this is unlimited of users, of course, in this moment. And I will ask you, what do you think? How much can cost it?
40 grand.
1,000. So, surprise, the smallest solution we can speak starting from $25,000–$30,000. The biggest, this is something like $90,000. Is it a lot for integrated solution of hardware, software, and optimization? Next model of compact solution is also is power for most advanced users. Small for 5 terabyte and large is 11.5 terabytes. So you see the compact solution, even for this perspective, is quite powerful from data warehouses. Of course, if you are speaking about analytics and warehousing, this is only something like place when we can put data. To have an effect, we have to have business models. We can offer you, of course, standard from the shelf, from the box, standard business models from customer insight, for example, analytics, marketing and market analytics on supply chain analytics. And this is something what came also from our experience from hundreds, thousands implementations of analytics in the world by our consulting part of IBM. But of course we have also what is more important, we have local business partners who are specialized in Cognos, for example, and have local knowledge of the specific of your industries and local knowledge especially of you. So they can easily adopt this for your purposes. But analytics shouldn't be boring. This is example also of new trends, how we can use analytics. Estonian state budget visualized bubbles. Bubbles, this is the new, let's say, trend, how to show not interesting data. For example, budget, something boring, numbers. But if you see, of course, if you can go to this site, you can dig in this bubble. So if you are interested in this, I don't know what does it mean, by the way, but if you dig in this, you can you will have more bubbles to show exactly where your money going on. So IBM has not started yesterday, or is not starting today speaking about analytics. We dedicated to this, let's say, strategic approach to the market since 2005 by acquisition of companies from this area. We spent up to now $14 billion for it. And every year we are spending, there is no position, but $6 million for R&D. So this is not something like a short trend. We are dedicated for analytics in the business, and we are see perspective and growing of this area. But the history of IBM and analytics is not from 2005. Relational database, the concept of relational database was developed in 1970, but by researcher Code, who was employer of IBM. In the same year was also developed SQL, language of which everybody using now to prepare queries to database. SQL was also conceptually developed in IBM. So this is not only from 2005, but we can say from 1970. What independent markets saying about us? Also, Gartner and Forrester perceiving IBM in right upper corner, magic quadrants from each area of analytics, business intelligence, data warehousing, data mining, ETL, that means extract, transform and load data to the data warehouse, data quality, that means preparing data which quality is trusted, and data integration. So you will have links to the YouTube also for the products which I showed, also to something in addition, like for example Watson, probably you've heard. Everybody probably have heard that this computer won one of teletourneys on TV. But what does it mean for us? Currently, Watson, and also you find easily in YouTube, Watson, this technology for Jeopardy was innovatory, and now is used, for example, for clinics when we are together building new approach to the medicine. So Watson, which is following all documentations in internet, new researches, can help doctor to diagnose patients. That means us in the future. So thank you very much. And if you would have questions, I am outside, of course, and with pleasure I will speak with you on both areas in cloud and smart analytics. Once again, thank you very much.